In this week Forex analysis, we'll be looking at the Euro USD, the Pounds USD, USDJPY, Australia USD, gold, and the DXY. So we'll be looking at the key levels. Then we also look at the structures of the market. Then we also look at our area of interest so that when making trade decision, we can have a clear picture of what to do. So let's go straight to the chart. Let's start analysis with the Euro USD. Euro USD on my daily chart still remain on a bearish trend. We see have a downtrend structure on Euro USD. Last week I said I expect price to drop from this zone to this next support level. You can see that price really dropped from this level to this next support level. So what do we expect this week on Euro USD? On Euro USD, we have this resistance level. We have this resistance level, which is this resistance level. So we need price to do a retest of this resistance level. Then we can start looking for selling opportunity to this next support level. We have a support level at this area. So we need price to do retest, but we also have a resistance level at this area also. So see that price retest this level. See that we see price retesting this level. Then we can start looking for selling opportunity on the Euro USD. So then for buy scenario, we need price to start to create a series of lower high, series of higher low. Then we can start looking for buy opportunity for Euro to the top. So long price take creating series of higher lower high. Our trend on Euro USD remain on a downtrend. So what you are looking for, we have to look at for selling opportunity from this key level on the Euro USD. So let's look at the weekly chart of the Euro USD. On my weekly chart, we have price converting this level, which is this support level, into a resistance level. We also have price converting this support into a resistance level, which indicates we are expecting price to reverse to these key levels before we can start looking for our possible selling opportunity, which is this. We expect price to retest to this level or this level before we can start looking for selling opportunity to the downside on Euro USD. Then if price can break this major structural level, we expect more of a bearish trend for Euro USD to the downside. So because the trend on Euro USD on the weekly chart still remain on the sideways trend. So let's draw this trend line to connect the swing levels on the weekly chart. You can see we still have this sideways trend on the Euro USD. A break of price below this level, we can start looking for a major sell on the Euro USD. So this week the daily chart is still pointing bearish trend, and the weekly also is still pointing more of a bearish trend on the Euro USD. So our job is to wait for price to retest those levels before we can start looking for our possible selling opportunity on the Euro USD. So look out for your selling opportunity on Euro USD this week from these major levels I just spotted. So we have to look at our selling opportunity from this level. So let's look at our next pair, which is the dollar index. The dollar index on my daily chart still creating series of, see, have higher low, then we have the lower higher low, then higher low. So this indication of this higher low, we expect the dollar index to continue to push higher for this week. So long price on the dollar index still keeping creating a series of higher low. It's an indication of more bullish momentum for the dollar index. Then we are expecting the dollar index to move to this next resistance level. So this resistance level will be our target where we expect the dollar index to move to, which is this resistance level. A break of this resistance level might trigger a major move for the dollar index to the top. So we expect price to move to this resistance level this week. So let's look at the weekly time frame of the dollar index. So on my weekly time frame on the dollar index, you can see price close on this resistance level, which is price tested this resistance level and converted this resistance into a support level. So what do we expect this week on the dollar index from this level? We expect price to do a retest of this level on the weekly chart. Then we can start looking for buying opportunity to this resistance level, and a break of this resistance might trigger more bullish trend for the dollar index. So long we see have the anatomy of the candlestick indicating more bullish trend for us this week on the dollar index, our job is to look for more of the buying opportunity on the dollar index, which shows that the dollar still remains strong this week. So let's go back to the daily chart. On my daily chart, you can also see clearly, we see I have this bullish momentum. This is the bullish structure, which shows we see have this partial trend on for bullish on the dollar index, but a break of this level is a major buying, which is a major trend for the dollar index. Once the dollar index break out of this major structure level, you see indicate a strong momentum for buy opportunity on the dollar index, which shows that the dollar will be strong for long period of time once we see price break out of that major structure level. So let's look at our next pair. Which is the British pounds USD. The British pounds USD on my daily chart, you can see we have price close on its support level on the daily chart. Then we also have price converting this level, this resistance level, into a support level. So long price convert that resistance level into a support level, our job as a trader, we have to look out for our area of interest, where to sell the pounds USD. Why are we selling the pounds USD? We can see from the daily time frame that the pounds USD is still creating series of lower high, which is we have this higher high and we have this series of lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So long price is still creating series of lower high. Our job is to look for more of the selling opportunity on the pounds USD. So we have to look for selling opportunity from this resistance. Once we see price close on this resistance level, then we can start looking for sell of the pounds to the downside. So long we see have price close on support, indicating a reversal to that resistance level, our job is to wait for price to go to that resistance level and close there. Then we start looking for a selling opportunity from the lower time frame, or you can wait for your price action setup on the daily chart. But for a lower risk, you can go to the lower time frame to take your trade, which is more advisable. But if you don't know how to do that, if you want to learn the right way to take your trade, you can book my one-on-one mentorship, or you can get my video courses, the link in description below. So let's look at the weekly chart of the pounds USD. So on my weekly chart of the pounds USD, you can clearly see that the pounds currently close on a resistance level, which is this. We have price close on this resistance level. Then we also have price close on this resistance level, which are indication of price still close on what resistance level, which is indication of a bearish trend on the pounds USD. So the long price on the weekly chart still close on the resistance level on the pounds USD. So our job on the pounds USD is to still look for more of a selling opportunity on the pounds USD, which is we are expecting price to do a retest of this zone, which is we expect price to retest these levels. Then we can start looking for selling opportunity for the pounds to this level. So once price break this level, this will trigger more bearish trend to the downside. So we expect more of a selling opportunity this week on the pounds USD. So let's look at the trend of the pounds USD on the weekly chart. On my weekly chart, you can see we still have this double top on the pounds USD, which is have this higher high and this high. So once we see a break of price below this neck of the pounds USD, which is this double top of the pounds USD, this will trigger major sell for the pounds USD. So long we have this double top, it's an indication of price reversal for the pounds USD. So our job is to wait for the neck, which is this level, to break, for us to wait to retest. Then we'll start looking for the major sell. So the double top is an indication of a reversal trend on the pounds USD. So let's go back to the daily chart of the pounds USD. So long the weekly and the daily are in line, our job is to wait for price to close to on that levels we are expecting price to sell from, which is this level. Then we look at for selling opportunity to the downside for the pounds USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Australia USD. So on my daily chart, the Australia USD still have this sideways trend. You can see we have this higher high. Then we also have this lower high. We need price to close below this level. Then we can start looking for possible selling opportunity for the Australia USD. So long we still have this sideways trend on the Australia USD, we have to wait for price to break this level for us to have that major selling opportunity. Once price break this level, we start looking for a strong sell for the Australia USD. But so long Australia still remain above this level, this is an indication for a sideways trend. So we cannot sell the Australia from these levels, which is a risky area for us to sell, because there's no clear trend on the Australia USD for now. Until you see a clearer trend, then we can start looking for the selling opportunity on the Australia USD. Let's look at the weekly chart of Australia USD. On my weekly chart for the Australia USD, you can see we have price on a resistance level, which shows we expect price to touch this support level, which is this support level. Then we can start looking for buying opportunity or more of a selling to this next support level. Because on the weekly chart, Australia USD still have strong bullish momentum. You can see price is still creating lower low and a series of higher lows. So long we have this series of higher low, this is an indication of a strong bullish momentum for the Australia USD. So our job on the Australia USD still remain bullish on the higher time frame, while the daily chart still remain on a sideways trend. So long both are giving us a different direction, this is an indication that we have to stay out of Australia USD until we have a clear direction for both sides on the Australia USD. So let's go back to the daily chart. On the Australia USD daily chart, for the buy scenario, we need price to go above this resistance level. We need price to come above this resistance level, then wait to retest, we can start looking for buying opportunity. So for now, we remain neutral on the Australia USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the USDJPY. On the USDJPY, so we expect more bullish trend on the USDJPY. Why do you expect more bullish trend on the USDJPY? You can see from my daily chart, you can see price still creating a series of higher low. So long price still creating series of higher low, it's an indication of more bullish opportunity on the USDJPY. We can't just make a decision to say we want to sell USDJPY now. If you are making a decision to sell JPY now, it will be a wrong decision. So long we see have this series of higher low, our job is to look for more of the buying opportunity on the USDJPY. Currently on the USDJPY, we have price on the daily chart close on this support level. So long we have price close on this support level on the USDJPY, all we expect price to continue to push higher, which is we expect price to continue to buy from this level to the top, with our target on this level. So we expect price to buy to this level on the USDJPY. So we expect more of the buying opportunity on the USDJPY. So let's look at the weekly charts of the USDJPY. So on my weekly chart of the USDJPY, we can clearly see that price has converted this particular resistance, which is this resistance level. Price has converted this resistance level into a support level. which indicate that we expect price to retest this level. Then we can start looking for, which is this level, then we can start looking for buying opportunity for the USDJPY. Then you can see from the weekly chart also, our trend on the USDJPY still remain bullish. So we have to look at more of a buying opportunity on the USDJPY. So long the trend is bullish and the daily chart is indicating more bullish trend on USDJPY, our job is to look for more of the buying opportunity on USDJPY. So look at your buying opportunity on the USDJPY. So let's look at the gold USD as our next pair. So on my daily chart, the gold USD still have this bullish structure, which is we have this lower low, higher low, which is a bullish and inner structure bullish trend. So long as you have this inner structure bullish trend, we still expect more of the buying opportunity on the daily time frame. The daily time frame is still indicating price to buy to this resistance. We have a resistance at this area, price to buy to this level. If price fail to break this level, this might trigger selling opportunity for go to this downside. But if price break this level, we expect price to this resistance level for the gold USD. So you can see that the gold is gradually changing trends to the downside, because this week, from what I'm seeing on the daily chart now, there might be a strong selling opportunity. If price fail to break this level, there might be a strong selling opportunity from this level for the gold USD. So selling pressure is building up on the gold USD. So let's look at the weekly to confirm if there will be a selling pressure on the gold USD. So let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's go to the weekly time frame. So on my weekly chart, we can clearly see that price still close on this resistance zone. And see that we still have price on this resistance zone. So long we still have price on this resistance zone on the gold USD, this is an indication of price reversal for the gold USD. But what is the trend of the weekly charts on the gold USD? You can see we still have series of higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So long we still have this series of higher low, it's an indication of bullish trend for the gold USD. So long we still have this bullish momentum, so our job is to look for more of the selling opportunity, which is a reversal trend. So long price cycle remain on this zone, we have to look at what selling opportunity for the gold. But we also need for strong selling opportunity, we need price to break this level. Then we expect a retest for us to start looking for major sell. But this current sell is a reversal for gold to sell to the downside. So this is a reversal trend we are trading on for gold this week. So let's go back to the daily chart. So if the price on the gold fail to break this level on the daily chart, this is an indication for selling opportunity for the gold to the downside. Because if you can check on the weekly chart, you can see that price close on a resistance level. Then on the daily chart now, we want to see our key level for us to sell. So if price can fail to break this level, this will trigger strong bearish trend for the gold to the downside this week. So keep your eyes on gold this week for selling opportunity if you see price fail to break that particular level. So let's look at our next pair, which is the DXY. So I'm just introducing DXY as the first time in my Forex Weekly Analysis. So DXY is one of the good pair to trade. So it's not bad trading the DXY. So let's break down the analysis of the DXY. So the DXY on the daily chart still have this bearish trend. So we still expect more of a bearish trend this week on the DXY. So what are the levels we have to look at for our selling opportunity for the DXY? So let's look at the levels. So we have this resistance levels. Then we also have this one at the top. We also have this one at the top also. So these are the level we have to wait for price to retest before we start looking for possible selling opportunity on the US 30. So we are selling the US 30. If price tested this level and fail to close above it, we start selling the US 30 to this next support level, which is this support level for this coming week. So let's confirm the US 30 from the higher time frame. So the US30 on the weekly chart closed on a resistance level. Long price close on this resistance level. This is an indication of more selling opportunity for the US30, and this is indicating price reversal to this resistance level, which is this resistance level. Here was the previous support, so price close below it converted to what? The resistance. So we expect price to retest this level, then we can start looking for the selling opportunity to this support level, which is this support level for the US30. We expect price to sell to this US30. So a break of this level might trigger more bearish trend. So, but for this week, we expect the selling period to this next support level. Then let's look at the trend of the US30 on the weekly chart. You can see we see a strong bullish momentum on the US30 still going on, but currently we are trading a reversal of the US30. This is a reversal of what? The US30. So long we are trading a reversal of the US30. So our job is to look for sell, a minor sell. So we have to look for a money sell on the US30. So we have to look at a selling opportunity on the US30 this week. If price can fail to close above this level, this will be an indication for selling opportunity for the US30. So let's look at the BTC USD. The BTC USD on my daily chart still creating lower low, higher low, higher low, and higher low. So long we see have this series of higher low, we might be seeing buying opportunity on the BTC USD to this next resistance level. So we might be seeing price buying to this resistance level this coming week. Long with price is creating bullish momentum for the BTC USD. So let's confirm from the weekly time frame if price will truly buy from these levels, if there will be a buying opportunity from these levels on the weekly chart. So on my weekly chart, we can see that price currently close on a resistance level. We can see we have price close on this resistance level. For us to see price close on this resistance level, and we also have price close on the support level here, which is also an indication for us for price to retest this level, this area, or start looking for selling opportunity. So now you can see that the BTC USD is giving us a different information, but price closed on this support level on the BTC USD on the weekly chart. But the weekly chart is still pointing downtrend, which is we have this higher high and a lower high and a lower high. If we are seeing price reversing to this level, to this next resistance level, this might be a reversal of price before we can start looking for sell for the BTC. So long price is still retesting this resistance level. This is my indication for sell. If price fail to break this level, we might see sell opportunity on the BTC USD. So let's go back to the daily chart of the BTC USD. So on my daily chart now, we have to look at for price on setup for us to buy to this level. If price fail to break this level, this might start looking for sell opportunity. But the price break that level, if we see price break above this level, this will trigger price bullish trend to this next resistance level. So the BTC USD on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame are showing different direction, but our direction this week we prefer to go for long position for us to start looking for sell from this major level to the downside. But if price fail to break this resistance, we start looking for sell opportunity on the BTC USD. So if you find this analysis helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more strategies and forex analysis. You can also watch my previous weekly analysis at the top, where I break down the current market move last week. So don't forget to do that. Watch the video at the top. Thank you. See you in my next video.